Hello, Minecrafters and Redstoners. Yeah, 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 that sounds right. It's been a while since I've actually tried to make a video. Um, so things may be a little bit off. Anyway, I'm Natanus Likens, and welcome to a creative world. This is actually snapshot 24W14A, if I've got it right. Hopefully I've got the right order. And we're here because of the crafter, so that's not why we're making this video, though. We're making this video for the monstrosity that is behind me. We'll get to that in a minute, but the whole reason we're in this snapshot is so that we have access to the crafter. You will see I've got a couple of machines over here. I did make, partially make, a video where I go over this and how to use it. Um, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to slap that video together or if it's just going to stay buried. If I do end up publishing it, you'll notice that all of this over here is non-existent because we only did that part. Anyway, so what is all of this? Well, okay, we've got to talk about them, or more specifically, him. So, if you don't know what I'm referring to, it is a subject that I try to stay away from. Hermitcraft. Okay, so let's get into this a little bit. Uh, what does this have to do with Hermitcraft? Well, TangoTek, Season 10, Episode 7, released a video where he briefly discusses how you encode binary in Minecraft. Yeah, yeah. Encoding binary in Minecraft. Now, first off, you may have seen the other video that I am currently posting. It's currently it's currently going up on my channel. I can't think of what the proper term is, but it's going up on there, and we are doing this kind of raw here, so I'm not doing any kind of cuts or anything. We're just going to try and get this done and then put it out there. So what is this? This is supposed to be a little bit shorter version of the other video because the other video is straight up a stream, which is about 6 hours long. So unless you want to like sit through it and watch me build this monstrosity, we're gonna do this and like make it really quick. So what is this monstrosity? So this is a binary system that encodes data, like you want a certain one of these to activate. And then all of this is the decoding and how we access whatever it is that we've encoded via here. So we could do a couple of different things. We could activate a particular sign. We could activate a particular farm, which is exactly what this is for. Or we could activate any kind of combination of uh, auto crafting crafters, if that makes sense. And the reason for that is I was trying to decipher how Tango has set up his factory for Season 10, Episode 7. He briefly touches on the binary part of it, and I was trying to figure out the decoding part of it. You will notice that my decoding portion uh, is a little bit bigger, yet just a little bit. I'm not entirely sure how he goes about doing it. So this is basically my attempt at it. So you can see right now, if we go ahead and dive into this a little bit, I have it set up to turn on slot 25. So portion 25 of this will activate once I activate the rest of the redstone there. So if we come back here to 25, which is this back corner here, I have signs everywhere. So 25 is there, 16 is right across from it. You could pick any number you want from 1 to 25 right now, and we could activate it. So say you wanted to activate slot 9. Well, we just got to deactivate that. So we got, and the way this works is you add up to whatever number it is you want to activate. So 9 is 8 and 1. So these will activate slot 9 if we go over here to 9. Right here. I need to put some signs on the upper portion. You can see that this redstone lamp is currently off. We have this set up to go to slot 9, so all we gotta do is now I had this on 25. Okay, it's not on. Good. Good. Okay, so all we gotta do is activate this, and all this is going to do is put these blocks down there so the signal passes through. This is to prevent any kind of signal errors going through and any of me like switching around numbers and everything, because what I didn't want to have happen is something activate that shouldn't activate. Like in this particular setup, we don't want 1 to activate and we don't want 8 to activate. Only 9 should activate. So hit that, that goes down. You can see these lines turn on. If we come over here to slot 9, you'll see that that redstone lamp is on, and there should, I've done thorough tests on this as I was building, there shouldn't be a single redstone lamp on except for slot 9. And that is the beauty of how this system works. It is absolutely amazing that I got this to work. Okay, so we deactivate this. That way we can change up whatever slot that we want. If we go back over here to 9, you will see that the lamp has turned off. And now we can go all the way up to 25. So if I want to do slot 20, we simply have to add. So 16 and 4, that is 20. So now we just activate this, and we can go all the way over here to slot 20, which is there. I went past it. I definitely need some signs, but you can see that the redstone lamp is on, and we are at 20. And once again, if we go through and look, there is absolutely no lamps on that shouldn't be. And yeah, that took me a very long time to figure out. Probably about 2 or 3 hours to figure out how to do that. And it was all kind of trial and error, sort of. Honestly, it started off with this. I was looking at different redstone components, which apparently in this version doesn't work as advertised. I was having a lot of trouble getting this stuff to work at all. But you can see I was able to get that to work eventually. And then I was thinking, like, okay, so how do I get a signal from any of these lamps that I'm going to be lining up in order to activate something like we got this. We got this redstone lamp here, and I just realized that's not activated. That's fine. I think all we got to do is this. And then, yeah, there you go. Lamp is on. We should probably get rid of that and get some buttons. That way I can turn those off. So as you can see, if one of these, so these two here, we're going to ignore that one for now. So these two here are what I need to be on to activate that lamp. This is basically a simple AND gate. So I need, well, let's go back over here. So if this is 1 and this is 2, I need 1 and 2 to activate that lamp. So if I just activate 2, it's not going to activate that lamp. If I activate 1 while 2 is active, it will activate that lamp. If I turn off 2, that lamp will deactivate. So that's kind of where the start of my thought process and how to, how to get this working started. And I've started to line it up here and do like a test example here. But then I quickly realized that, yeah, this is going to work. I can do it this way. So I didn't even really get that far with it. That's as far as I got with this test example of how the system should work. So I came over here, I built this one first, and it took a few different tries to get this to work, and I had to figure out, like, how am I going to keep the signal from going through to the redstone lamp if any other combination of signals has come through. And you can see that we've got just a very basic system here that activates this piston to extend the block, or retract it more correctly. In this situation, we're more worried about retracting it than we are about it going up or pushing. So it started off with that, and I just kind of went with it, and then I got to here where we have 2 different signals going on, and that's where our AND gate comes into play. And you can see that I've kind of got this arranged in such a way that it does work. As I went on, though, you will see that we start getting more and more complex, such as over here, because now we've got 3 signals that we need to watch for. So I need all 3 of these signals to be active in order for that redstone lamp to turn on at this particular one. Over here we're back to 1 because of how binary works. Over here we are at 2, and then yeah, we're going in the wrong direction. No, this is right. So this is 1, this is 2. Okay. So yeah, we got 2 signals here again, and on this one we have 3, and these are, each one of these are kind of mirrored. So on this section, it starts with 1, ends with 256, and on this side it starts with 1 here, ends with 256 over here. So 1, 256, 256, 1, 1, 256. And that is why I have the lamps the way I do, to let me know which side 1 is on. So yeah, we go on down on all of this, and then we get over to this one where we have 4 signals that we have to worry about. So I had to get kind of creative on exactly how I am allowing and how I'm allowing the signal to get through, and how am I keeping the signal from going through. So in this particular instance, instead of moving this redstone block, I decided to move these corners here off of the redstone. Now I imagine if I started going like ridiculous, like somewhere down the line where I've got like 7 signals going on, it would start getting a little bit cramped with this setup, and I'm not entirely sure it would actually work at that point. But for the most part, all the way up to 25, it does work, and I was able to find ways to activate the redstone in order to get the single lamp to turn on. But yeah, that was kind of my thought process on how to get this whole system going on. And effectively, all you got going here is, so we got a torch on this top row representing whatever number we are on. So on this one, we're on 1, there's only a torch right there. Here we're at 2, so there's a torch right there. 3, 2 torches here. And then 4, and then so on and so forth until we get to 25. And if you know how binary works, and you could easily count to 25 in binary. Yeah, that's kind of how I was able to get these signals and then go up here to power on this redstone lamp. Now, that is my method of doing it. And the question really is why? Why did I do it this way? Well, this is the way that I found works for me. The real question is, why was I trying to do this? Okay, so in Tango's video, when he's going through and showing his factory, you can see that I've tried to imitate his redstone here, and some of it succeeds, some of it doesn't. Uh, I was just trying to figure out, how did he set everything up? Because the imagery that we get and what we can see of how he has done his redstone doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, especially when it comes to how he decodes this. I will say that the way I've done it here is actually backwards of what he's done. So this is encoding a signal to go into a specific place. So like we activate something, his redstone goes to retrieve material, if that makes sense. I got kind of a demonstration over here with this setup. So this one here, we are making redstone repeaters here. This hopper I have set up for stone. This one, I don't know how he actually has these set up, but this one's got redstone torches in there, and if I can get around here, this one has redstone dust. And I forgot exactly where I was going with that. But anyway, I was trying to reverse engineer all of this and figure out how it's working and everything, and figure out exactly how his decoding works. And that's kind of the example over here, which at the end of my stream video, if you go and watch that, I kind of explain what's going on here. Because the main problem I had, and the reason it took me almost 2-3 hours to figure out how to decode it, is because of this problem right here. If you activate any of these, you're going to get a combo of something else. So let's kind of give a demonstration here. Red concrete and green. Let's go for lime because it's a brighter color. Lime concrete. Okay. So the problem I was having, and we're going to use this as an example, is if I want to activate this, which is 20, the problem I was having in understanding how his redstone works is if I activate this, I'm also going to activate 16 and I'm also going to activate 4. So no matter what I thought of while I was looking at his redstone in his video, I didn't see a way around this. And that's kind of where I was inspired to test and see if I can get this to work. Uh, and I still, even looking at his video as closely as possible, I still don't know how he's decoding his signals. And this gets worse the more numbers you have. So if I have, let's just go in here and let's say that, let's see, that's 21. So now not only do I have that guy, but now I've got this signal to play with for 1. I've also got the signal for 5 to deal with. Then I've also got the signal for 17 to deal with. And like this goes on and on and on, and I'm not even joking. Like there are so many signals that I'm just like, okay, so how do you make it to where you pick out the one that you need and you block any of the other ones from happening? Like right now with the way his redstone is set up and from what I can tell of his video, if I wanted to activate 21, I would also activate 16, 4, 1, 5, 17, and 20. I would activate all of these at once. So I'd get more items coming into the system that I actually am calling for. Uh, and I don't see any kind of mechanism within his redstone that would stop that. That doesn't make any sense to me, especially considering how compact his redstone is. So that's kind of what this is all about and why I made and everything. And it was really fun to do this and figure it out. But yeah, Tango, if you see this, please, please help me out in understanding your redstone because there's so much there that just I'm confused about. Like, how are you doing certain things? Even your, we're not going to get into it, but even your crafters. So this is kind of a demonstration here where I was talking about it in the stream. If I put stone in here, because this module right here calls for it, you can see that there is no stone there. We got stone in there. This is making comparators. Uh, from what I could tell of the redstone, this is repeaters right here. Stone goes here. The stone's never going to make it over there. Whoop. The stone is never going to make it to where it is called from. So that's another thing that I don't understand how his redstone is actually working in this scenario. I was doing some testing with this, and I broke it several times just doing basically nothing. Uh, so his system is very fragile. Just know that. So yeah, trying to reverse engineer it. Like maybe he'll come out with a video at some point, like doing a tutorial. But if not, good grief, I'm gonna have to wait forever for the world download to take a look at this, and I probably will have forgotten by that point as to why I was so confused or that I even cared. So yeah, I'm going to end it right there. I hope you guys enjoyed me explaining this and kind of talking about a little bit of my thought process and how I got this to work and why. We don't really need to explain all the power rails and everything. All you need to know is that it powers on, the observer sees it, sends a signal through the power rails, observer sees it, sends a signal through the power rails, observer sees it, those observers see these rails turn on, they turn on their copper bulbs. Copper bulbs send the signal, and yada yada yada. Yeah, if you know even a little bit about redstone, you probably know what's going on here. Uh, I'm not exactly sure how advanced this is, but yeah, that's kind of my thought process, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, maybe we'll see each other again in the future. I still don't have any hope of being able to like make videos for as far as I can see. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy and have a blessed day, and I will see you later. Bye.